Tony, you playing baseball?
No.
I'm gonna play one game.
He's playing Tiddlywinks with manhole covers.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I've never played Tiddlywinks before, Kevin.
You ever moved a manhole cover?
No.
It's not easy.
Why would I be in a position to want to do that?
I don't know.
Because if you're working one of those jobs, odds are you're making a good paycheck.
He's got a point there. I don't know if it's a good one, but there is a point there. Dancing in the moonlight.
Ooh, tour mods at USA. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though.
I've never been a big fan of USA and modifiers.
I've never really done it, so I can't say. Or do I try my luck at the Dover
The Red
Xfinity
Sox
race?
are trying for their 4th straight
Well,
victory.
if you want to lose more safety rating
Hello,
today,
everybody, and welcome. Dwayne
So
Kuiper
tour mods
here
at
along
USA
with
it is?
Mike Kruko on a great night for EA
you
Sports
make a good point that
MVP
either one of them's
Baseball.
going to lose safety rating.
And now,
Yeah.
here's tonight's starting pitcher, Barry
I mean,
Zito.
open setup super lights are at Wilkesboro,
This evening's game is against
and
the Boston Red Sox
C Fixed
and the
is
Oakland
at
Athletics.
Gateway.
Why do you think I was painting a new truck?
Here's the game's first
You
batter,
did just
Johnny
remind me of
Damon.
So,
This batter
it
isn't
drives
going
me
to turn
nuts
any
that
heads
none of
with
my
his swing.
coworkers can pronounce Greensboro or Norfolk.
Greensboro
Greensboro.
and Norfolk.
Yeah, none of them can pronounce those.
Ha! And I'm a fucking Yank.
We're underway.
He brings a good four-seam fastball.
One of them was blown away because I kept them, it's Norfolk, right? And then they had to call the station one day, and the station, answered Norfolk United Ops. Like that is, what year was Norfolk?
Carter, he gets ahead
Yeah,
of
this
him.
is right. I'm like, of course I'm right.
Sweet strikeout.
Like, duh. I need to re-add that.
And it's 1-0.
Sometimes you
I
try to
do
make
like,
the
I
change
had,
your picks. That's
one of my
exactly what
coworkers
you saw
pointed out, it's like, do you realize that every time you call somewhere that's like Raleigh or Norfolk or, somewhere in the south about an alternate, that you refer to them as y'all? Like, do I really? Like, yeah, you keep doing that. I'm like,
8 to
huh.
9 innings, a pretty impressive total.
I didn't realize I was doing that. Like, I would always say, oh yeah,
He's got 5.
trying to let you guys know that I'm using y'all as an alternate for the night. Like, alright.
Payoff pitch coming.
He tried to get the batter to chase a fastball right out of the zone.
Zito walks the batter.
Nothing positive comes out of this guy nibbling. He's falling behind, and he finally walks the guy. In fact, he showed a great eye right there. He was patient, worked the pitcher, and ended up with a free pass.
Stepping in, Miguel Cabrera. This guy has a great approach to hitting, and that makes him just a pretty special hitter. Breaking ball at the knees.
Well, this is an interesting paint scheme for the truck.
He didn't go through the zone with that swing. A ball. Zito misses, running the count to 3-1.
Sometimes you have to make the hitter chase your picks. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Needs to be a Ford.
Make him earn it.
The alternate logos that are like the alternate sponsors and associate sponsors, those logos are pretty fun too.
This batter is no slouch when he bats against southpaws. Strike. Strike right on the inside corner.
He's logged 62 innings this season, and batters have had great success against him with an average of .235. He got a good jump right there, good speed, great instincts, makes the play.
When this guy steps in against left-handed pitching, he expects results. Curve outside for a ball.
This left-hander can really fool batters with 3 pitches that he'll throw for strikes.
Pitches a strike. The pitch is hit down the line.
He waited too long before deciding to swing right there and knocked it foul.
2-ball, 2-strike count.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
The count is full.
Kite, the guy standing in right field has his share of outfield assists. Look for the runner to stay at third.
The runners are off. Cito gets called strike 3. Here's the lineup the manager has filled out. On the mound to make the start for the visiting team, Bronson Arroyo. Brinkman is next. On an occasion, this hitter really doesn't hit for average, but he'll get the job done. And a strike on the inside corner.
His number 1 pitch is his fastball. He really painted the black with that changeup, partner, and he got the swing and strike.
Just a bit inside, 1-2. And he got him.
Hey, Kipe, he was able to get ahead in the count. The batter never caught up. Good strikeout.
Jones up next. There's a strike with the changeup. Oh, 0-2. The count's 1-2. Arroyo missed the zone, and it's 2-2.
He's tallied 4 wins and 3 losses so far.
Full count here. And here's the delivery. He fouled it off to the right. That's in foul ground, but he should have room. Lowell grabs it in foul territory. Heredia digs in at the plate. This right-handed hitter really causes right-handed pitchers to change their game plan. And a strike on the inside corner.
He showed excellent command with his fastball right there. A strike right on the edge of the zone.
Swings and lifts one to right. Arroyo retires the side in order. After 1, the game is scoreless. And the pitch. Out of the zone, that's a ball.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Throws it over for a strike. 2-1 the count.
He poured that fastball just out of the zone. Tough pitch to hit, but the batter didn't offer.
Didn't find the plate for a ball.
This guy's a stud, Kipe. He expects to be on that mound all the way till the 9th inning every time.
3-2 count. Walk number 3 given up in the ball game.
Hey, partner, he showed a lot of patience in that AB. He took and took until he finally got the free pass.
Versus southpaw pitching, this guy is just plain ordinary. Cito delivers, and it's 1-0. No outs and a runner on first. Knee-high curveball for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. He delivers a called strike.
The pitcher nailed the corner with that delivery, right on target.
He inside outs the pitch to the right side, and he can't reach the throw, and he'll have to run it down. He's on first with a base hit.
Jackson didn't try to do too much. He just took what they gave him. That's a good piece of hitting, partner.
Misses for a ball.
This pitcher brings 3 different pitches to the hill with him.
Throws it over for a strike.
Kite, the guy standing in right field, has his share of outfield assists. Look for the runner to stay at third if it's hit to right.
He's on first with a base hit.
Now there's a perfect example of sound fundamentals. He did not try to do too much. He just executed on the pitch.
Next up, David Ortiz. Cito fires a fastball and misses. And he gets the called strike.
This southpaw is among the top left-handed strikeout pitchers in the league.
Pitchers ahead, 1 and 2.
A deep fly ball here should score a run. They have to keep in mind the right fielder has a cannon.
He'll pick it up on a roll. That's out number 2.
Kite, that double play was smooth as silk, just like they practice it, big boy.
Up next, Johnny Damon. Changeup outside. Caught him looking. Cito delivers a fastball out of the zone. Pickoff attempt at third. Strike with a fastball. Damon, he's laid out. He's got it. What a great diving catch.
I'm getting really tired of seeing these shitpost robles on Reddit.
Into the bottom of the second. The
Yes.
score is 1-0.
Like this is just cancer. And would absolutely interfere with the minnow pond.
He
The
fouled it off to
Darlington
right.
Road Course.
That is the dumbest thing I think I've seen on Reddit today.
He rolls one over towards third. 1 out.
You say that, but I'm sure I
Made
can
it
find
look
something
easy on
I
that
don't have to
first
look
guy.
at.
Ludwig takes his turn at bat. Here's a guy that understands.
Yeah, there's like several thousand dumb things posted to Reddit every like day.
This right-handed hitter is just plain ordinary when there's a righty on the mound. Strike call. He delivers a strike.
This guy is a horse. Every time he goes out there, you expect him to give you 7 or 8 strong innings.
Arroyo misses with a fastball. Two and two the count. Guerrero
And Bowman just, like,
hits it
took him
on
out.
to second.
Yeah, pretty much.
Retires
That's
the
cool.
side in order. After 2 innings, the score is 1-0. Next at the plate, Mike Lowe.
Kind of like the wreck coming into the last chicane at in the truck race.
You mean the one we never saw?
Right. Apparently,
Hit towards first base.
one ACC president has been told by medical personnel that the best course moving forward is to have virtual classes with all non-student athletes moving off campus. That's dumb.
If it's that bad, then don't play football.
Well, UNC is getting like hammered right now. I think they're down to like 4 open beds in their air quote quarantine dorms because it's so bad now.
Guy does not have a real
Yeah,
live
so that's not good.
Well, it's not going to be good.
Curious what kind of regulations they tried to put in place that obviously didn't work.
In the hole.
If you're sick,
Ye-
stay at home. If you're
So-
sick, come over.
Here's what I'm finding very interesting, and it may just be because of the way it's being reported now where I see it. But am I the only one just seeing people testing positive, not really ever being sick, and then being
Changeup for a
fine?
strike, knee high and on the inside corner.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good number of people that are like that, but the thing is, they don't want people who get sick and feel alright. They don't want people getting other people
Yeah.
sick who then don't feel
No,
alright.
I get that. It's just weird that the narrative was in March that this kills everybody who gets it, and now we're like, oh no, really, it really only kills the people that the flu was going to kill anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
fortunately,
like
we've had
in March, it was like, if you even look at a diagram of COVID-19, you're already dead.
Well, that's why you're dead,
Fortunately,
Kevin.
the United States has had such a large number of cases in the last couple months, we've been able to better understand how it works. By better, we still haven't totally figured it out yet, I don't think.
No play.
Jesus Christ, there are too many people on track in this session.
Are we
What
in
Allen
the same
County's looking
session?
like these days.
I don't think we are. Mine's pretty full too, though.
Oh, I forgot to do the pit box colors. Oh well.
Box, box, box.
No, that's my auto chat for Delta Sim, and it confuses those fucking guys to no end.
Zito delivers out of the zone, and it's 1-1.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Cuts it off. The side is retired. The home team coming up next. After 2.5, the score is 1-0. Bottom of the order.
There is a fuckload of people in this practice session.
I love when you emerge out of the pits and pull up alongside somebody who just doesn't go that you're trying to let go.
Yep. Typical.
I think it's a good idea to have
Rogers holds
practice
it to
sessions
left field.
separated by I rating.
He makes the catch.
Not really, because if you're
We should just
in
get
a
rid of
practice
practice
session,
sessions.
if you're in a practice session with people with higher I rating, you tend to learn a little bit.
I think it should be separated by safety rating.
Delivery.
That's more like it.
It should be separated by race and
Throws
gender.
over the changeup for a strike.
Okay,
I
well,
identify
my-
as a black hermaphrodite.
Safety reading.
I
doesn't
I
mean
identify
anything
as a
anyway.
NASCAR stock car.
Ortiz hits one to
Oh,
center.
so that was the other
Drivers
thing.
by racing have A class.
Yeah, safety rating doesn't mean anything because it's so easy to get there. Like, if safety rating was harder to get,
Why try for
then
extra bases there?
it would matter.
I think there's just a lot of really fucking slow people in here, though, that I go out in first lap on top 10.
Because you can milk the fuck out of safety rating in a few different races.
Like, it
You
took me
can
a while
milk
to get to
I
Class
rating,
A.
too.
Just be an IndyCar driver. You crash once and you're done. So you don't have 8X races.
Well,
Well, I still managed
yeah.
to do that today, so...
And it's 0-1.
I've done it too, but it's not often.
And even then, if you do get 8Xs, they're typical and they're spread out far enough apart, you still gain a little bit.
It looks like there's
Kevin, are you shifting?
in
No.
foul territory makes the
Would I be?
Huh.
With 3 innings
What kind of times are you running?
I don't know, I just got out here.
Oh,
This
okay.
game is brought to you
It's
by
too early to really
EA
tell if what I'm
Sports.
doing is working or
EA
not.
Sports, It's in the game.
But my last lap was a 34.829, but that was like right after my out lap. So I don't know if I'm actually doing this right or not. Definitely just fucked up turn 3 though.
Yeah, I'm instinctively shifting, so...
I mean, if it's working for you, who gives a shit?
I don't know if it's any faster than not shifting, so... I do wish they would do at least some texture updating here, because this track looks so scuzzy.
It looks abandoned.
What track
Well,
you
that's
guys
because nothing was
racing
racing at that
Gateway.
time.
Sometimes you try
Oh.
to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's
That was also
exactly
before
what
the
you saw right
repave.
there.
Yeah, this whole
Well,
track
the-
needs to be redone, really.
Like, I'm okay with not having a repave, I'd just like to see the walls retextured.
Center field.
Because the walls look like how the track looked like when it first reopened, when all they had was like silver grounds.
What the fuck is this moron doing?
I don't know,
They
you tell
scanned
me.
it,
He just
like,
rips it to the outfield.
I think they scanned it like a
Right
few
around the
days
first truck
before they.
race.
Yeah, I think they scanned it right before they painted all the walls, except
Okay, right now,
3 and 4. I think already had their banners. What the fuck is happening here? Oh my god, there's so much. It's an idiot convention.
That's what's frustrating about a lot of tracks is that a lot of them don't really need rescans. They just need texture updates.
Talladega being one.
do something out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still like Pepsi logos from 2007
Well,
there.
no. Talladega does have. They did update a good bit of Talladega for the
But you know what they didn't
Invitation
update?
double yellow line.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's different,
Out towards short.
again, not that it really matters, but
It's just the little things that add up.
They
and
did update
make you
Richmond,
go,
though.
what?
I want an update of Atlanta and night racing there. And then we have all the night tracks that have night races.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's a thing.
Next up,
I feel like
You know
that's
what
something that should be
surprises me?
fixed pretty
Well, they've been
easily.
getting better with that recently because they added Vegas as a night race, they added Chicagoland and Darlington last year as night races, and then New Texas was a night race. So they're.
I
new-
think they're getting
they're
that
getting
more. I think they're getting that more and more streamlined.
Well, I think part of it too is that they may be afraid to put work into Atlanta because they're going to repave it in 2 seconds
Yeah,
and then
that
have
might
to go out
be
and
it,
rescan it. because as soon as they repave it, they're gonna want to scan it as soon as possible. Or
Now-
maybe NASCAR just won't repave it and just tell the track to fuck
What
off.
I'm unsure
die.
about is if they
They'll
do all
probably
that
fuck
work,
off
how
and
much
die.
of it they can just port straight over. Like if they're just there to scan a new track surface, all the object work might still be fine. So they may just be dropping a new track into existing objects, and some of the work may, transfer over.
I feel like we'd be intelligent enough to repave and still have it bumpy and challenging.
They tried that at Kentucky, quote unquote, and it didn't work.
That's not
And what was the thing they tried at Charlotte that one year?
Oh yeah, the diamond grinding that just killed all the Goodyear
No,
tires.
that was what they didn't call it that. They called it something else.
That's exactly what they called it.
No, they called it something dumb like levigation or something.
Oh yeah, but all it was diamond grinding.
They just need to pave over the whole thing and just be like, yeah, it is what it is. That's what it's gonna be. You
Or just
repave the
use
track, it's gonna
regular
suck.
ass paving, because all these tracks that repave are like, oh, this pavement's gonna last 25 years, it's gonna be great. Well, yeah, here's the problem: it's not gonna age for 15 either. Like Las Vegas has only started to age over the last 2-3 years, and they repaved that thing in 06.
Oh my god, I fucking hate this truck in front of me.
Why is it telling you to go fuck yourself?
No, it's got the fucking dipshit from The Office, and that's what she said on the back.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Steve
Talk
Carell.
about a stale meme.
He's rounding second.
That's more stale than the Cheez-It box that's sitting in my pantry.
They're making their own break on the bases today, Kite. That was some good base running. there.
Almost did it again.
The third in the single.
If it was online, I think he would have been out.
Okay, there are guys in here shifting on both ends. I think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that's a little.
The only place
gratuitous.
you should even consider shifting is turn 1 and 2.
I learned the hard way not to shift into turn 3 here. That led to a shit show that led to a painful month there.
That's an RBI single.
These guys are really running the bases well. That aggressiveness really showed as the runner went from first to third on the single.
It's real loose off of 2 if you try to come off from the bottom.
Guerrero sends it a long way to deep left field. He puts it away. The score is tied. Damon will hit next. Taken for a ball.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Swing and a miss on the hook.
You know how hard it is for me not to turn into Road Course 1?
I wouldn't know, because it's not very difficult for me at all.
Side.
I keep almost braking too early to try to do that. And then going, nope, 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 we're on the oval.
If the White Sox had won the 1994 World Series, would history view Frank Thomas differently?
Watches ball
I think history wouldn't give a shit.
Wasn't that the
Baseball
year there was
history,
no World
however.
Series?
That's the point.
pitch taken
Okay.
for a ball.
If
I
the
mean,
Black Sox hadn't have cheated, would history be that different?
I mean, if they
Yes.
missed the South Tower, would history be different? Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have hit something else.
Like a bird. Or some
Oh,
air.
it's coming back.
Swing.
Do we know where they were trying to take 93?
Yeah, the White House.
Yeah,
Was that confirmed?
Yeah.
probably, yeah. Which would have been hilarious because Bush wasn't even there.
Well, yeah, it would have just been a
Yeah, Dick Cheney
Symbolic.
would've died.
Dick Cheney probably would have been fine because I think they'd already evacuated before 93 was even hijacked.
I think he's trying to finesse
True.
too much. He should put the ball
Because that
picturing,
was
like-
much further behind.
What if they like missed the buildings and then they like had to fly way out and come back around or something?
They wouldn't have come back around. The aircraft were on the verge of disintegrating when they hit the towers in the first place.
Picture makes a
Wait,
mistake.
I'm just picturing like fighter jets like shooting them down over downtown New York City.
Well, so
That would have been insane.
have you heard the stories of the pilots that got scrambled?
And it's outside.
No.
There was one, if I remember correctly, the way she tells the story, they scrambled her
Saw right there.
to intercept and destroy any aircraft that were not communicating with ATC and that might be hijacked. They had no guns or no missiles. The only way they were taking the aircraft down was ramming.
Ooh, that sounds like
That
fun.
is the dumbest shit I think I've ever heard.
We did not keep our Air National Guard and our Air Force aircraft on ready alert on the contiguous 48. We didn't see any reason to.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that changed pretty quickly.
Yeah, no
Yeah, that
kidding.
changed. That changed by the end of the night. Yeah, now there's always aircraft fitted and ready to go.
At least a team of them.
I
Maybe not all of them.
I don't
but
know
at
the
least one or
exact
two.
rule, but I think each Air National Guard post
This guy can
has
fly out.
2 or 3 ready for scramble at any given time.
That's what I mean, like a small team ready to go at all times. Maybe
And
not
they-
an entire squadron, but
They've been scrambled. I mean, I cannot imagine being in that seat. I've intercepted. I know it's a civilian airliner. I know there are innocent people on board, but my order is to take this airplane down because it is a threat. And it's like,
3 and 2.
Well, could you imagine like the damage it would have done if it, like they took it down before it hit the building or whatever,
The runner at
and it
first
just like
is off.
crashed into downtown NYC, just somewhere nearby?
it probably would have done just as much damage, if
It-
not a little bit.
I'm
less.
gonna say it probably would have done less because it wouldn't have been as isolated in one place. Big pieces would have done substantial damage, but it would have been more manageable fires to deal with.
Right, it wouldn't have been 100 stories up. It would
Yeah.
have been like 40 or something.
Well, wasn't it just a year ago or two that helicopter clipped the top of a building in New York?
Swing at that pitch,
Yeah.
held up in time.
And a lot of that ended up, between buildings and in the street.
And
I
I
mean-
started going, oh god, not again.
I mean, it's not the first time an aircraft has hit a building in Manhattan.
Contest is tied.
Remember Corey Lytle?
Yes.
Anybody remember in, what was it, 43 when a B-25 hit the Empire State Building?
That probably freaks some people
Roger
out.
hits the pitch to right.
Yeah, there was a elevator operator her elevator, I believe,
Has some activity
fell like
down in their
20
pen.
stories. And they rescued her and got her in an emergency elevator down, and then that one fell too.
Jesus.
It's just not your day at that point.
She lived and made a full recovery. I'm sure is afraid of elevators.
13
I
catches.
would.
Yeah, I'm not really too comfortable with elevators to begin with, but
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Especially
I
like that
remember-
last moment where they kind of float when they land on your floor.
I don't
That always
take
gives me
elevators.
anxiety so much. It's like
I don't take elevators unless it's such a tall.
Well,
flight of stairs.
I'm kind of forced to right now because my knee doesn't.
Okay, cripple.
He swiped
I mean, you can take the stairs, just take it slow, God.
He
You can take the
Now
stairs
I
down.
can actually take scares.
Inside.
This guy over here driving his scooter around Walmart.
Kevin,
Yeah, my way.
Kevin,
I could take
Kevin.
stairs now.
That's
But
three
Kevin, I
strikes
just
out.
looked at the entry list for my race.
Strikeout was a
Yeah.
result of a guy thinking something
You will recognize the name.
yeah,
Carson.
Kosovar.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Is he running the truck race this weekend?
I think he might be actually. 'Cause if I
He's-
remember
he's
correctly, it was one of the
trucked.
races. If I remember correctly, that was one of the races that was on his schedule for Nice Motorsports this season.
Well,
anyway.
we'll see if he's better here than he was on the road one.
Oh god.
Good luck.
Yeah, he
Mr.
wasn't
Tim.
too happy about that. I was talking to him about it. He's like, man, I couldn't get a handle on that at all.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball to
Ooh, the
the
Red Sox-Yankees game is set to resume in 10 minutes. Tony, would you like to watch it with me?
What's
The real game?
score?
That'll do it for the 4 innings left to
Something to something else.
After 5 innings, it's a
One
5-1
numeral versus another.
leading
At
off.
3-1
The-
Yankees, bottom of the 4th.
The
game's
score
already
is
over.
4-2. 4-2 is the score, and the score is 4-2.
For a ball.
Or 0-0 in the first inning. Yeah, it's over. We're done.
Game over. Pack it up.
Oh, God, the
Pack it up,
pitcher
pack it in.
seems
Whoa!
better.
Oh,
Let me
Let me
begin.
begin.
I never want to hear that again because that was my alarm for like the first year I was in college. So every morning at 7 was,
Jump around.
yeah,
Why would you do that to yourself?
just because it would wake me up.
See if his team teammates can pick him
You
up.
ever
I'm trying
hear
to think
the
what-
acoustic
think of the
version of
song
that
for that.
song?
1 for 2. Manny Ramirez.
It's actually really good.
Crawling in my skin.
That just sounded like you were trying to take a shit.
And then my roommate, I forget what song it was. It was just some like mid 2000s sounding pop punk thing or whatever. But like my roommate had an
Blink
alarm
182.
too. No, it wasn't anything I knew. But
Oh no! Oh, I spawned in my second. Damn it!
his alarm would go off like shortly after mine. We both had morning classes, and he like slept through it. So I'm sitting there in the kitchen, making coffee or something. I just hear it going off over and over and over. It's the same song looped over and over. I'm like, Jesus Christ, get up!
If that song's not working, you need to find a new one.
One down and a runner on first.
Like, damn.
Out of the zone.
My alarm clock for the longest time was "Same Damn Life" by Seether. That song wakes you up.
I'll have to see if I can find my alarm. I might be able to find it here on YouTube.
I find it funny though, Tim, of the people that I would want to race with, you're racing with that person. Like, well, shit.
Check down at third.
Get good, scrub.
Runs full.
Oh,
been
yep, I
getting
found
better.
it. I found my alarm. Oh god, it gave me anxiety just to play it.
Walks him to put runners on first and second.
Some Euro swing jazz or something.
Next
Oh
at the
God,
plate,
what is this?
Johnny Damon.
Word.
He's batting .244 with 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in. And
No, what's
another
scary is when I
strike
set an alarm on my phone and then I wake up in the morning to my alarm clock going off. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to
Shit.
remember. I don't think I ever had any roommates that ever regularly used an alarm, but I remember I had one who the tones on his phone. His text tone was from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's the messenger getting struck with an arrow going, "Message for you, sir." And his ringtone was "Fly Me to the Moon."
I think my
By
phone just
Frank
vibrates on
Sinatra.
text, and when people call, it's just the default AT&T.
What was funny was the day I was watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and that scene came on. I saw him grab his phone, like, "That was the movie, dude." And he's like, "Oh shit, you are watching that movie."
Lowell watches the ball away.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase.
Goddamn, I
Oh,
apparently
God.
don't know how to drive the truck.
I can be reaching for my phone, but I know it's not going off.
3-1, a hitter's pitch.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Yeah, I like recording a custom ringtone. That way I never think it's, my phone if somebody else's is ringing.
Could set mine to a tornado siren.
If he really is making
I
fun of
tried
Oh, that
to-
won't cause for alarm at all.
So, if my phone allowed me to set different text tones based on who's sending me the text, I was going to set it up so every time I get one of the weather alerts, that it would just be the EAS activation tone.
This is a good move, Kite.
That's what the weather radio's for.
I thought you were gonna say the EA Sports
Oh,
intro.
no!
EA Sports.
It's in the weather.
Barry Zito!
But you get like a tornado or a earthquake coming. It's like EA Sports. Big.
It was kind of fun for a while. I had it set so if work called me, it was the red alert sound effect from Star Trek.
There you go.
So it was just...
And you're like, well, that's one I should ignore.
I always screen calls from the work numbers. 9 times out of 10, they were just, like, "Hey, I've got this issue. Can you walk me through fix this?" I'd usually be able to just call them right back, like, "Yeah, so you're having this issue here. This is what you need to do."
Versus, hey, someone called in. Could you pull a triple today? That would be great.
Well, the good news
Every
is,
day at Lowe's, lumber.
the good news is, with my current job,
Menards
they
too.
can't ask me to do that.
And a miss.
There is
Yeah.
federal law mandating the longest my shift can be.
Yeah, Tony, there's a third shift we need you to cover in the lumber department. Yeah, I would, but there's a golf tournament I gotta go to.
In Alaska.
I love. I
when
got
I worked at
called once,
Menards,
and
when
I
I worked at
answered.
Menards, I picked up a shift because I needed the money, and they're like, "Hey, can you do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Forgetting I signed up for the overnighter, and then when I went to leave for the overnighter, I realized, "Oh shit, I open." So I stayed through then, and then someone else dropped. I'm like, "Well, I'm already here," so
I
I
will never
worked
work
24
overnights.
hours straight. But I'm not saying I recommend what I did, but what I am saying is the paycheck was nice.
Well, My dad used to work in a machine shop, and the place he worked, they offered an air quote overnight shift, but it was really like 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. or something like that, and it was like an extra $3 an hour, and I'm like, geez, that's like even overnight. That's just late night.
Still though, an extra $3 an hour, that adds up, and then you do time and a half overtime.
Well,
Shoo.
by the time he quit working there, he was like their lead person. He was making
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like
like,
$30
that's-
an hour.
Yeah, see, that's good.
Oh, that's
That's
right. This is
also
a tire
what, like-
limited race.
30 years of in machinist experience will do for you.
Hit out to left. Cabrera should have all-
Yeah, I've been thinking about getting back into that type of work, but I don't have the patience for that shit. Maybe I just need to work on that in myself first. Maybe that's the issue.
So I did like the one time the boss called me on a Sunday,
Inning over.
and
With 3
I just absentmindedly answered, just like, hey, is there any chance you can come? It's like, I really would come in, but I'm 2 beers into a NASCAR race, so I can't even drive right now. Just went, oh shoot. Oh well. We'll handle it.
That
Got
is
it.
the best way to answer a phone
No,
call
I should
ever.
just get hammered
Okay,
every off day.
Just be like,
So-
hey man, I'm 2 beers
I'm
into a
just-
NASCAR race.
I am absolutely blitzed right now. I can't.
When I was at
Were you?
when I was at Menards, they called me when I was at the track to come in. I'm like, I'm 3 hours away and at a NASCAR race. And then when I went to say race, a car blasted by. Yeah.
Why?
And they're like, oh, sorry, enjoy the race. I was like,
But
that's
my
what I
favorite
thought.
was that last year or the year before, that they called me on the second day of my vacation. It's like, I saw who it was, I'm like, fuck it, I'm answering. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? It's like, yeah, it's Mary. I'm like, yeah, what's going on? She's like, she had a question for me. She didn't want me to come in and work. She asked me a question. And then she called me like 10 minutes later, like, aren't you on vacation? Wwhy did you answer? Like, why'd
felt
you
bad.
call me again?
I
Yeah.
always answered when work called because I felt bad. Sometimes it'd be, hey, we need you to come in, or can you move a shift or swap or whatever. But
Here's my rule.
Once in a
If
while,
I'm-
I'd be like, hey, did you have a call yesterday with some people? And I'm like,
He hits a hooking liner out to right
yeah, I know it's my day off, but I'll still help.
He's on first
Here's my
with
general
the
rule.
base.
If it's my day off and work calls, I
How
have
is
every
there no
right
yellow
to
for
not
all that?
pick it up.
This batter is in the middle of the pack. when
Like,
he's
it
right
is,
in
I'm
the middle.
perfectly within my rights to tell them to go fuck themselves.
This dude's got some wheels and he knows how to.
I don't
I mean, you're within your
usually
rights.
do
I
that.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say that in like it's not a direct
You
quote,
answer
but
the
that's
phone.
my
Go fuck
feeling.
yourself. And then
Fuck
hang
you!
up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but you get my point.
Dear God.
Then you walk in the next morning and the manager's at your desk, and you're like,
Desk. Wow, you're giving me a lot of credit here, Zach.
well, I always had a desk.
The delivery
Well, I worked in receiving. Receiving doesn't have a desk.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, sometimes
Your receiving department doesn't have a desk?
that was one of them. Big strikeout.
Okay, there was a table with a computer on it. Calling it a desk.
corners are hugging the
Like, when I
ball.
worked at Shop and Save, there were 2 people that had desks. It was receiving and the manager. Nobody else had a desk.
Oh, HR had a desk. The manager had a desk. The
We didn't have
assistant manager
on-site
had a
HR.
desk.
Now is a great time.
And yeah, that was it. Like we had a tiny, like 4-foot wide table.
All right,
with
I almost called you Tony. Kevin, you had a caution yet?
So far, the
Just
batters
did.
are taking these pitches.
I just noticed the glass on the offices,
Long balls and
is
30 runs batted
the
in.
reflection map for that is drawing on the wrong side of the catch box.
It is. I noticed that too, and it kind of bothers me because it looks like there's a hole in the catch fence.
And now it's a full count.
Yeah, when I worked at Menards, my store was one of the smaller stores, so we didn't have a lot of room. But I tell you what, those front office people, they got fucking everything they wanted, I'll tell you.
Here's a guy who can hold his own
Like-
against right-handed pitching.
I want to say a good 10% of the floor space at the store was the offices for them.
We didn't have offices.
Taken for a ball.
There was like a meeting room upstairs, and then I think there was like a couple desks, like one for HR and one for the whichever store manager was in at that time. You better send him home. Send him!
The side is retired with
The only thing we had upstairs was a small break area. The rest of it was stock. Like stock for the seasonal department was up there.
Yeah, that was a perfect throw too.
My favorite thing is like when I was on the forklift and I was trying to get overstock pallets from up top in an aisle. People walking under the forks. Like, are you dumb?
Yeah, that's why, like Lowe's and I think Home Depot, like have you, like an
Have the
employee
tape
block off
thing,
the aisle
yeah.
or something.
They don't.
I
Yeah,
really
Menards
wish
aisles
Menards
at
would do
Menards.
that because
No.
People at
No, you
Menards
don't.
have. There are customers at Menards that have gotten hurt and killed because they were too close to the fucking forklifts.
The amount of time it takes to find blockers, kick people out of the aisles to get one thing for a customer is insane.
If it's something big like a pallet or something, you know, yeah. But if it's like,
There's a strike swinging.
yeah, we got to get a door down or something, you know, they just take the lift up
So-
there.
Dude,
this
those
is like
things
a
were
weird
so
question.
much fun. Those lifts to.
I never
grab
had
bars.
one.
Oh, they are so much fun. I
They
love
sway
that.
back and forth and shit. I'm like, nah, you go up there and get that.
So
You're the hardest
Menards
in, you're
and,
not going there.
Menards and Lowe's don't have the chains on the end of every aisle like Home Depot does?
No.
Menards is wide open, and all their stock is basically in the aisles.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
really
ever go in the
weird.
back? There is no back.
Yeah, the back is just the
Back
receiving
is either
bays.
the truck or above this hot.
Yeah, like the back is typically the receiving bays, and you get all the product out, and you have people sorting the product to go out. That's it.
Remember the days when I was in electrical, I was like, do you have any more of this light? I need like 3, and now there's only 2. And I check inventory. Oh, it says we have 4. Well, pallet was just scanned in, so I'm walking back to receiving, and we're cutting open pallets, and receiving's getting pissed at me, and it's like,
Yeah, because they're just trying to do their job, and they're feeling rushed.
Does it say
Oh,
when
Lord.
the last
Is he
shipment
stupid?
came in?
Is
That shit
Carson
is-
stupid?
Okay.
Why? What happened?
He's using the pavement and the crossover under caution to warm his tires. You're just gonna pick up debris and punctures doing that. Don't do
there
that
are
in a
no
real
punctures
race.
in iRacing.
Anyway.
Well,
yeah.
actually, there are.
I think flat tires are a myth.
Flat tires are real.
Oh yeah, they're definitely real. I've blown a tire in iRacing before, just going into a corner, like, oh shit, I better pit. No, that was my biggest gripe working and receiving. Was like, we're trying to get shit off the truck as fast as we humanly can, and we got managers from parts like, I have this, and it needs to come out right now. It's like, we're working on it, man. Like, that shit pissed me off till no end.
2-1 pitch.
Or worse, you're trying to get that stuff done, and managers are like, oh, it's taking so long. Fuck, the truck just got here 2 minutes ago.
That's the runner. He sends it back up the middle. He's on his way to third.
Calm your ass down.
Single.
They're making their own breaks on the bases today, Kite. That was some good base running there.
There I am on a forklift working 60 hours a week for like $8.50 because fucking Menards is a bunch of cheapskates. Like a
I think the
step,
products are so cheap.
yeah. I was literally a step down from management, and I was getting paid a
The
pittance.
purpose of this visit is to give the bullpen a little more time.
And then they were shocked when I left. I'm like, what the fuck do you think?
Alright, here comes the restart.
I'm about ready to make double the money working half the hours. Fuck you guys.
Bringing in the righty
Go,
right
Mr.
here is a good
Tim.
move because right-handed hitters can
Yep, I'm about
I
ready
just
to go
want to
here.
survive this race. I like Racing Gateway when I get the chance, though.
Like, don't get me wrong, Menards was a fun place to work for, but just the corporate bullshit just got to be too much after a couple years.
Menards was perfectly fine to work for, and then management changed, and the whole
Yeah,
environment was shifted.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the corporate bullshit just got way too much for me. I just couldn't take it
That's the thing
anymore.
working for like a chain. It's like,
Yeah. Oh no, he turned on the orb of confusion.
no, I'm just. Yes, those were the fireworks we're taking on water.
Nearer, my God, to thee.
8-hour baseball. But yeah, working for chains, it's kind of like going to like fast food places. It's like some are okay and some are not, even though they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Depends on who's working there. Like Target was
Here's the delivery.
completely different. I liked working there. It was awesome. I got
And
paid.
they actually paid you.
Yeah, $15 an hour. So
Yeah.
minimum. That's like starting for everybody, and it was a
Right.
lot more laid back.
Yeah, because Target never really gets, like, particularly busy. Like, maybe Black Friday and things like that, but Menards would be like, there's 3 days out of the week where it's going to be stupid busy.
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed. And you're not going to have time to do anything that you need to because you got to take care of all these people that are demanding things.
yeah.
And my store was really stupid too with that. Like, oh, well, you're clocked out and your uniform's off and someone stops you and asks you for help, you have to help them. No, motherfucker, I do not. I'm clocked out.
Well, that was the boiling point for me of why I quit, 'cause I walked in on a Saturday at noon, and it's like, hey, it's just you and the manager in electrical today. There's like, I think there were 2 or 3, good lord, 2 or 3 pallets in the back that need to be stocked. Of course, it's Saturday midday, so we're really busy. And then the manager came over and he's like, we need you to go outside and scan people into the yard. And I'm like, our manager at the time were like, well, we're overloaded with stuff. It's Saturday, we're busy. Can he go out there later? Like, no, we need somebody to go out there right now. And I'm like, I can't do this. I quit right there. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, shit like that added up to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I put my 2 weeks in and then just went home. The manager was nice enough to let me do that. And, like, yeah, just put your 2 weeks in and then you just go ahead and get out of here. It's like, okay. There was a lot of shit that built up.
What was nice about Menards having...
I've had it.
What was nice about Menards having a 2-week delay in pay was I was able to take a week vacation between jobs. I just gave them a 1-week notice.
Oh, yeah.
So I was able to take a week vacation between jobs. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. And
I think he just pitted and crashed in the pits.
I had like 4 days vacation saved up, so they paid those out too when I quit. So I had like 3 weeks of pay that I didn't have to do anything. And unfortunately, I had enough money saved up that pretty much just lived on my bank account for about 6 months. That was kind of nice.
Right.
And then it was drained by the time I started college, and I'm like, well, fuck.
Well, college will do that to you.
Well, that's when I started. But fortunately, I've been able to swing that back the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just at a point where I'm just hoping that come the end of September I still have a job. If that's the case, then I can start making long-term plans again.
I think you'll be okay, Tim.
I hope so, but...
I put it to you this way, I'm way more expendable, and I only got let go of my job because of an HR decision, and as soon as I'm healed, I have my job back, and my job is way more expendable than yours. So, if my job's okay...
The problem I have is that we're overstaffed.
That's a weird problem, Tim.
We're overstaffed for the amount of flying we have. If we weren't overstaffed, I wouldn't be worried about it, but we could probably lose 4 or 5 people and still not impact anybody's workloads. The question's frankly going to be, are they going to make the decision to keep everybody at reduced hours, to keep everybody on payroll, or if they're going to go, let's cut some people, but let the remaining people go back to 40 hours? I would be perfectly okay staying at 30 hours if it meant everybody got to keep a job.
If I was a manager, if it was up to me, I'd like to have more people on less hours just because of the flexibility it gives you.
Well, it also gives us the, as long as people can financially keep working that way, it means as the recovery continues, we're not scrambling to run initial classes to rehire people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hiring people in is the real pain in the ass of shit.
Yeah, and the thing that would suck, if I get laid off, I'm basically going to be out of the industry until it recovers, because there are not really jobs I can go get.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I like about working in the auto
industry. I might be able to go get a cargo job somewhere, but I'll probably have to find something else to do for a while.
What I think about working in the auto industry, if you're getting mistreated or your job's about to go away and you know it, you can just go down the street and probably get paid even more than you ever have before and do less work. Like, that's what happened when I moved to Ohio, actually, because my job I had up here, I was working like 60 hours a week. I was the shop manager, I was a trainer, and I was getting paid like only, I think, $11.50 at the time. When I moved down there, I was getting $14.50.
Yeah,
and I was doing half the work in only 40 hours. I was getting paid way more than I ever had been, and that's the beauty of automotive work.
One of the things that also has me somewhat hopeful that I'm probably in better shape than some of the people is that I have a strong resume of other jobs I can do as people use the crossover gate again. And also, I've demonstrated in the last couple of weeks that, I can do stuff that's outside of my job description.
Right, and that's the same with me, too. That's why I have no problems getting jobs, because I have such a wide skill set that people actually go, oh, hey.
I mean, I'll be honest, there's only one person I work with that I would be like, yeah, let's get rid of them. And that's mostly because the past 2 or 3 days working with him, it's like, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he's asking me... I don't mind when people ask questions to try to make a better decision, but he's asking questions he shouldn't have to be asked.
Yeah, that's when, you know, someone's just not getting it, and it's probably not a job that they're cut out for.
Now, it is fair to say he was just off for 2.5 weeks on military leave, so maybe he just needs to knock the rust off.
Well, if you've been doing it long enough, being away for 2.5 weeks shouldn't mean anything.
Well, except he was new when he went out on military. He hadn't been around for very long.
That's a little different then.
But it's funny how he asked me questions like I'd been around forever. I'm only 3 above him in seniority. Like, I'm still one of the newest 5 people.
Hit towards first base.
But I do notice that even the supervisors, like, for the most part, treat me like I've been doing this forever. Which
means you're doing your job.
I will say, one of them, I understand why she does that, because I worked with Jada at Trans States. So, I've worked with her for years. So she knows that I know what I'm doing. And frankly, I could start doing any other job in that office, and I think she would assume that I know what I'm doing, because she knows that I pick stuff up and, you know, get my job done. Alright, here comes another restart. Kevin, how far into the race are you?
I just crossed the line for lap 20.
We're taking the restart to start 15.
Oh wow, so what you're saying is my race is cleaner than yours.
Yeah, Carson's out now, though.
Oh no.
Don't know why. I think he just pitted and quit, or crashed in the pits, I'm not sure.
Maybe pit and quit, I don't know.
So instead of starting and parking, he pitted and quitted.
With the 0-1 pitch.
That's a better
start and
strategy.
park.
Foul back behind the plate.
It sounds like
I
a
just
gas
like to get a
station.
green flag run and find somewhere, you know, find what cars I can run around and who I'm similar pace with, instead of constantly having people all
Oh, there's
over
a
me.
caution.
There are way too many people at this athletics game.
Finally got my second caution, Tim.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm alive.
Well, yeah, you're talking and we can hear you. I'd hope you're alive or else I'm going insane.
They're still crashing behind me, by the way. Oh my god.
I heard someone say something about arc brakes.
I saw somebody go to the inside wall down the front stretch. And then saw cars start coming back. I lifted, and there were just trucks spun sideways in the middle of the front stretch.
Oh no.
Just a bunch of them. I picked my way through, and the guy behind me just got wiped out, slowing down for cautions. I don't know what that was. That was insane.
Fastball inside.
But like the pitcher and catcher have a strategy in mind. So far, the batters are taking these pitches.
I just went from 13th to 9th.
That's one way of doing it.
I think I was actually 14th when I crossed it. Should have been 14th when the yellow came out, but...
We have people parked on the access road. Let's go!
Didn't like that one, and it's a ball, 1-0.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Looked like the pitcher and catcher have a strategy in mind. So far, the batters are taking these pitches.
There's a close pitch called a ball. He's batting .356 with 6 home runs and 35
You know what the record is for
RBIs.
most runs scored in an inning in a baseball game?
28.
23.
Well, it's gotta be... It's gotta be, like, more than 9, right?
Yeah, it is more
Yeah,
than
it's-
9.
Yeah, it's gotta be 9 or more, because Fernando Tatis got 8 RBIs in it.
Good pitch, and that was one of them. Big strikeout.
That would be 18.
Makes his way to the
What
plate.
team did it and against whom?
The Chicago White Stockings against the Detroit Wolverines on September 6, 1883.
That's a good team then.
I was gonna say, that's an old game if you're talking about them. Damn.
The Washington NFL team should consider that name, the Wolverines.
Why the hell would they go Wolverines?
I don't know, it's got alliteration.
I don't think there's a box score on Baseball Reference of this game.
The runner goes.
Yeah, because that game's old as dirt.
He steals second.
Jesus was the second pitcher.
No, Jesus was the groundskeeper.
Oh, that was racist.
The pitch.
What? How was that racist? I said Jesus, not Jesus.
Man, we had on this Chicago team, we had Silver Flint.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What, Hanson?
He's around third.
Cap Anson.
Cap with a C?
Yes.
Okay, I heard it with a J.
Nice work by the base runner to score from second
Abner
to the
Dalrymple?
manager's gotta be happy.
That's an extravaganza driver.
George Gore. King Kelly. Billy Sunday.
King Kelly's one of the greatest hitters of all time.
What about Rick Kelly?
What about Rick Allen?
Fuck him. What about Elliott
Whoa.
Sadler?
Tim has a boner for Rick Allen, confirmed.
Mahomes takes one up and out of the zone.
Who was on the Detroit team.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
2-0 count.
Sometimes you try to make the hitter chase your pitch. That's exactly what you saw right there.
Joe Quest. Sam Trott. Nick Burns.
Fouls it away.
That's about it.
Ground ball pulled to the right side.
UP Shaw.
Safe on the play at third.
So let's see, when's the optimal time to pit for tires?
Well, I pit at lap 23, so I'll let you know how that goes.
They check down at
Yeah, we're about to hit halfway under yellow. These
Yeah,
are really long pace laps for some reason.
I would have done it, like, now, get out of the way, and then you have the fresh tires.
Yeah, except the fresh
I mean,
tires aren't going to do me a lot of good right now. I think I want to go at
I mean,
least
the
until
tires
next
aren't
stop.
really falling off a whole lot.
taken for a ball.
They'll fall off if you get a green flag run, which is kind of the thing. We haven't gotten much green flag run.
Oh, I had a huge green flag run, and they didn't fall off, like, at all, so that's
Oh, well,
insane.
when I was running practice laps after 15 laps, my tires would go off.
First is
The only reason why I decided to pit was because everyone in front of me took the pit road, so I was like, well, I have nothing to lose. So I just went for it.
You could have taken the track position.
Averted.
Yeah, but
Comeback averted.
score.
I always try to
The Boston
have
Red
fresh
Sox
tires on when I can.
Is the Yankees
I just
game
like I'm
on
out
yet?
here repping local sponsors.
I'm out here representing Winston,
Uh-huh.
a brand I don't even buy anything from. I haven't bought
All
a
hail
single-
Laconia, a land I didn't make up.
I haven't bought a single RJ Reynolds Tobacco Company product in my entire life. I am proud to say that.
I've never bought a tobacco product in my life because I don't like cancer sticks.
You could make
Well,
the
cancer
argument
sticks
that,
aren't the only thing that are tobacco related, Tim. So,
You could make the argument.
Yeah,
that
but the most
every,
obvious tobacco product.
Every NASCAR
well, no, there's nasal
product
snuff.
you bought before 2004 was a Winston product.
No, it wasn't. It was either Action Racing Collectibles or Team Caliber for me. So,
Some of mine were Hot Wheels.
yeah, that too. I don't remember RJ Reynolds Tobacco making die casts at any point.
Well, they sponsored the series, so everything.
yeah.
Mine didn't even have Winston Cup logos on them.
Doesn't mean I bought anything from RJ Reynolds.
Well, R.J. Reynolds died in 1998, so technically no.
No, that company's still very much alive, Tony.
No, he's
They
dead.
merged with Nabisco, and then they spun off Nabisco and went back to its own company. RJ Reynolds, as a matter of fact, sold the Winston brand to a Japanese tobacco company.
R.J. Reynolds is dead.
Oh, it's definitely not.
There's no it. It's a person.
Oh, well, damn it, Tony. You son of a bitch.
I had Ichiro batting 8th.
Make you ask questions and it damn well worked.
He's only batting 294. Michael Gill has 100 contact against righties, so that's probably part of it.
That's versus left-handed pitchers.
No, that's versus right. I'm just on the lefty lineup. But I see what you're saying. He's still better
Yeah,
than
no.
Ichiro in contact.
Yeah, but to bat him 8th, though, like... Insulting. that who you play next?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Did the Yankees game start yet?
Yeah. I sent a link in the chat.
Oh
4-1 now.
Get out of the gray! It was up
How
on
was that
marbles
not
in
a
three.
caution? I spun to avoid a spinning vehicle, and a couple people spun behind me to do the same thing, and no caution. Okay. Magic fairy dust and bullshit.
I mean, on my race lap 1, there were cars spinning everywhere and there was no yellow for it until lap 3.
Interesting. Well, I just went from 8th to the 17th. That's gorgeous. Gotta love it.
Messing around. It was embarrassing.
Hey, it's the Red Sox stream with the Red Sox commentators.
Oh!
And the Red Sox baseball in the Red Sox stadium. It's the Red Sox logo on a red sock.
Yes.
This ball, he just launches
If you go
this
to
ball.
Reddit/r/MLB streams, you get like streams for all the games, and a lot of them have like the home or away feed, so you can pick which network you want to watch.
We get to listen to Remdog.
As you get to lose. Oh!
Boyd at first base does a pretty good job knocking it down.
Did Dustin Pedroia retire yet?
He's going
That's how
to.
the game started. Pilar
I think
reaching
he-
on an error by him.
Major League Baseball is going to retire him.
You know, that is always a big error. Lead off air, nobody out.
Dennis Eckersley is in the booth.
Aruz is 0-for-1. He has struck out. Jerry, who was the manager who thought it was a great idea? to
Ooh,
put
it's
your
a
right
three-man.
Fucking Eckersley.
Jerry Remy and Dennis Eckersley.
What is he famous for?
Being a very good relief pitcher and having a mustache.
I feel like there was some famous play involving Eckersley, though.
Yeah, he gave the home run to Kirk Gibson in the '88 World Series.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like the only home run he ever gave up in the playoffs.
Sure about that?
It only takes one.
Did you say you got hurt?
Yeah, how many home runs did he give up in the playoffs?
You know, when I came back into the dugout, you can
So in 36 innings pitched, he gave up 3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
By the way, I'm going on the DL.
I mean, save that. You know. I never did. I never said it was easy in the outfield. Never. And I found out very quickly. That ball was hitting that old Cleveland Stadium. Those high stands. Oh my God.
Villar is 0 for 2. Remember, the Sox tried it briefly with Uke once, with Kevin Youkilis. Put him in the outfield. That didn't go well.
I tell you, you just can't be moving around like that. You know, it's not, especially when you don't practice it.
Right. And you guys are good fielders, but it's a...
That was one of 2 blown saves
Anybody could play left field.
in the
You
postseason.
always see guys like Peraza. You're going to put him in left.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but how did he blow the other?
It takes work.
Um,
There's no question about
With his mouth.
To the box score. Away. I like that you like that, Tony.
That was a nice jingle, Tim.
I mean, I stole it from Batman, but
Ooh.